Hello, YouTube. This is Queen Violet 8, where it's good to be queen. Coming to you with that PlayStation 2 collection video I promised you. Please have mercy on me as some of my games don't have covers. And I just don't want to feel bad about it because I did the math and I'm like $100 and some of needing, well, over $100 and some of needing covers for all of these. But let's go ahead and get into it. But the first thing I'm going to do is I do have like 3 Xbox games. That's all I got. I do have the original Xbox still. And I bought this. This is Jet Set Future Radio. Excuse me, Jet Set Radio Future. I love the first one on the Dreamcast so much, I had to pick this one up. I bought my Xbox at a yard sale. This girl and this guy broke up. She was selling this stuff. She sold it to me for $5. So I picked that one up. This one I got for $1. And let me move the tag off of here. Excuse me. I got this one. This is Siberia. I have not played this one yet, but I got it for $1. Then I'd heard good things about this. I got this at the same store that had that one for $1. This is Beyond Good and Evil. I also got that for $1. So those are my 3 Xbox games. But let's get ahead and go ahead and get started on the PlayStation. I wanted to say this real quick. If you're a person who had a magazine subscription to PlayStation Magazine, you remember these. You remember the demo disc. You got them every month with your magazine. And GamePro had, pardon me, GamePro had the action disc. They had everything on them from videos to, you know, behind the scenes. They had a lot of demos. I played Tomba. I can't tell you how many times I played it on one of my demo discs. I don't remember which one. Even Pizza Hut had demo discs back in the day when you ordered a pizza. All right, let's get to this collection. First of all, I was lucky to pick this up for $20. This is Shin Megami Tensei Digital Devil Saga. This is the collector's box. It comes with the first game and a soundtrack. Listening to the infinite wisdom of Radical Reggie. This is Arcalad, Twilight of the Spirits. It's actually really good. I was surprised, you know, how good it was. Now, this one I know everyone talks about, and this is Radiata Stories. And when I got this actually from a movie gallery, they were going out of business, and I mean, the games were like $20, $10, and I made sure to pick this one up because I had rented it. And I didn't like Ridley. She annoyed me so bad when you first try to be a knight and you have to fight her because she's the prodigy. And pretty much they tell you, just sit down, let her beat you so you can get over with because you can't beat her. Now, I made sure to pick these up, and I got lucky to get these 2. I don't have the 3rd game, and that is the Shadow Heart series. I tried to play the first one. It is so dark. I mean, there's so much blood and death in the first one, but I like the second one better because it's a bit more funny. You've got that matador wearing that, what is it, a butterfly mask and stuff, being a hero. Really good game. I hope that we get the whole trilogy. That would really be nice. I don't have the New World one. I ain't gonna joke. I was a fan of the show, and that is Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, The Beginning of Destiny. Yes, I played Yu-Gi-Oh! Back in the day. I'm kind of wishing I played Pokemon now, knowing how expensive those cards are. But I've got like 4 binders of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. I haven't bought any since, really, Yu-Gi-Oh! What is it? The last one? Can't remember whether on the dual cycles, but I haven't bought any more cards since then. Atelier Iris 2, The Azoth of Destiny. No time limit on this. I really like that. I don't like the Atelier games with the time limit. It feels so rushed. Now, this one's an interesting game. I don't hear anybody talk about this. This is Red Ninja, End of Honor. If you want to play the Tenchu games back in the day with the ninja, this is similar to that. Pretty much you're this girl and your family is, you know, living in this land of this feudal lord or whatever, and something happens and they blame your father for something, but he really didn't do it. And pretty much they kill everybody, and they hang you on a tree with this very weapon that you see her with. And to pretty much let her die, just shame the mess out of her. And so these people take her in and make her into a Kadochi, excuse me, can't talk. But in the end, you use the very weapon they intended to kill you with to take your revenge. The voice actress in this is really, really good. I saw this on X-Play when they were doing the behind the scene footage of the voice actress doing her lines. An Asian girl, I can't remember her name, but she did a really good job. This is Airblade. Once again, Radical Reggie talking about it. It's kind of like Jet Set Radio, but not really. You're doing like tricks on your hoverboard and attempting to like get these points of certain places before the police catch you. Soul Calibur 3. Tyr is my favorite person on this, as well as Setsuka. Virtual Fighter 4. Really like this game. Thought it was so cute. And that is the original Kana Hearts. I have to open this up to show you exactly what's in here. This is King of the Fighters 2003, 2002, and... Pardon. Oop, it fell out. Pardon. This is... And 2000. Kula and Kay, I really like them. Ultimate Spider-Man. I had all the Spider-Mans at one time, but I didn't keep all of them. But I did like this one. Activision did a real good job on this one. It's based on the cartoon. Another Yu-Gi-Oh game, and this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses. Everybody's like, I forget exactly what it is. It's got something to do with history, and your characters are playing out as their strategies on the board with their monsters as historical figures. I think somebody's Napoleon in there. Devil May Cry 3. Some of these you've already seen. Brave Fencer Musashi. Final Fantasy X-2. Breath of Fire Dragon Quarter. Not the greatest Breath of Fire game. I can promise you that. I wouldn't be hurt if they never brought it back. Castlevania Lament of Innocence. I love the artwork on his work. He also did a Symphony of the Night. I don't know the artist's name, but I really like his work. I think it's pastel or maybe oil pastels. I'm not sure. Tekken 5. Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne, the original. This game was so hard. If I didn't have that guide, and that Matador fight was terrible. But I sank a lot of hours into this game. Parnet Light Tekken Tag Tournament. I was lucky to get this for $20 from GameStop during one of their Cyber Mondays or Black Fridays. And this is Shin Megami Tensei Devil Summoner. Raiho Kusunoha and versus the Soulless Army. Like that holographic cover. Here are some more games that don't have covers. I'm so sorry. This is coming back out, by the way. This is Grim Grimoire. I do have it pre-ordered. If I'd have knew that, I wouldn't have even bought the game. But it was only $20. Shining Tears. Part of the Shining Force trilogy. Shining Force Neo. Grandia 3. Did I get that? Yeah, I got a strategy guide. This one fascinated me. I saw this at a indoor flea market. This is Street Fighter EX3. This is the first time that I ever saw them doing a 3D Street Fighter. Very weird. Stella Deus. What was it called? The Gate of Eternity. This is a strategy RPG by Atlas. It's actually really hard. A lot of people talking about it. This one surprised me when I got it, and I was lucky to get it because I remembered it. This is Nightshade. If you're a fan of Ninja Gaiden, you'll like this one. You pretty much play, once again, as a female Kadochi. And you're pretty much in the vein of Ryu Kusunoha, I believe, right? Or Ryu Hayabusa. I'm not sure which one it is, excuse me. But pretty much it's the same thing as Ninja Gaiden. You're just a girl with a really cool suit. I have heard Eric Landon praise this game for like ever. And I picked up a copy of it just barely. And this is Eternal Poison. And I started playing this game. And the most fascinating thing is once you get you ain't even, I'll say 10, 15 minutes into the game. And you can tell she's powerful. Because the little boy that she's pretty much the kid with white hair. He comes out of nowhere. He really ain't doing nothing. But suddenly he's stuck with her. She's made him her slave automatically. I'm like, dog, he was just at the wrong place at the wrong time. But it's a really good game. And I love the wolf with her. He is so fascinating. I like his design. Love this game. Play the crap out of it. And that is the original Psychonauts. I've got to get the new one that's out for the PS4. I really, really like this one. The voice actor for this guy, I can't remember his name, is also the same voice actor for Billy from The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, Doug, Roger Klotz, and Invader Zim. Really fascinating game. Really liked it. The whole Milkman stage was weird, but it's a good game. The only character that ever got a game from Tekken, and that is Death by Degrees, Nina Williams. She's so cool, really. I would have liked to have seen her get another game, though. Now, this one right here, when I look at it now, I kind of get mad. They had this at GameStop, and I saw it, and it wasn't but $20. But the thing was, I saw this up on the same shelf as Rule of Rose. And I ignored Rule of Rose, not knowing that I should have been asking how much it was. But I picked this one up because I remember seeing the movie on MTV and going, that was really interesting, because it was interesting. But I'm certain, they do have the original one on the PS1, but they re-released it for this version, for the PS2. Star Ocean Till the End of Time. Like I said, that ending. I will say no more. Persona 3 FES. Oh, love the music for any Persona game, but these are wonderful. Now, this is a game I played almost as much as I did with Final Fantasy till the clock ran out. This is Dragon Quest VIII, Journey of the Cursed King. Angelo is my dude. Love him. Yangus is hilarious with his underpants dance. I'm the type of person, if I really get invested in a game and I like the characters, I want to see every spell. I want to see every piece of armor. And I want to see all their level ups and what they can do. So I spent a lot of time in this game. Really liked it. Valkyria Profile, Silmeria. Tales of Legendia, excuse me. I got to get the last two games. I think it's Vesperia and Berseria. Then I'll have all of them. Forever Kingdom. This game, I can't remember the first one. It's like a precursor to this one. This game is hilarious. The voice acting is terrible. The villain sounds so stupid. And just looking at the designs and stuff back in the day, we thought that was something. But when you look at it now, you're like, oh, that's horrible. But it's hilarious. But the thing is, you're cursed. You stuck your nose somewhere it shouldn't have been and started messing with this sorcerer. You didn't know he was one because they're after this holy maiden or something. She needs to unlock some key or something. The usual trope, the usual trope of stuff where, you got to say the holy maid, blah, blah. But he curses you to share one life bar between 3 people. And, I mean, you have to really be careful. I don't even think there's a guide for this. I started playing this game. I'm pretty good into it, but it's just so repetitive and boring. And when you open up certain boxes, I didn't notice, but these little, if you don't hurry up and hit the chest, excuse me, this little, I think it's an imp, will get on you and explode and take your life away from you. I didn't even notice it till I was like, what happened? I just, the character was like, you died. I'm like, what happened? And it turns out the imp had attached itself to you and it would just suck out your life force. I didn't get it, but if you see it, this has become really rare. I don't know why, because it's not a good game. But it's just one of those early PS2 games. But if you find it interesting, you can find it for, an interesting price. You'll laugh about it. It's just that bad. La Pucelle Tactics. Really like this game. Glad I got it on the Switch. Dirge of Cerberus, Final Fantasy VII. Vincent is my boy. Love him. Dot Hack Infection. I played this game. This is another one that I played till the clock ran out. Doing every quest, trying to get every piece of armor. And I wish they'd go ahead. Bandai Namco needs to go ahead and bring all of them out on a trilogy like they did with GU. And just let us have the complete collection. I would love to finish this series. But they're so expensive. I can't pay no $60 for just disc only. For, you know, the second part, third. There are 4 of them in total. Rogue Galaxy. Got this one at a indoor flea market for $10. Good game, by the way. Disgaea 2, Cursed Memories. You know, I just picked up the Dark Hero Days for the PSP. Now, this one surprised me. I've been hearing kind of about this on and off about a Phantasy Star Universe. This is the Ambition of the Illuminous. And this one is the second game in the Phantasy Star series for the PS2. And this one is the more rare and harder to find one. But real interesting game. X-Men Legends. This is pretty much Marvel Ultimate Alliance, but just with X-Men characters. Suikoden 4. I'm certain I showed this one the last time. Suikoden Tactics. King of the Fighters. Which one is this? 9. I got really lucky and got this, and I really like this one. Wild Arms 5. The last Wild Arms we got. Wild Arms 3. I spent a lot of time in this game as well. I remember the first time we got on a horse. They got on a horse, the characters did. And you could actually ride this horse and shoot it, when you were on the plains or whatever, and you'd be traveling, a monster would attack you. You'd still be on the horse, but you could still attack with your guns. Really like that game. Guilty Gear X2. Soul Bad Guy, Jam, and My Girl Biking are my favorites. Melia Rage is also interesting. And I think his name is Zato as well. Got this for $5 indoor flea market. They're no longer there, unfortunately. Ed, Edd n Eddy, The Misadventures. That's my favorite show. Anytime Rolf is on there, Snake in the Grass Ed Boys. It's always funny. Terrible controls. I played the one on the GBA. It was way better. Fatal Fury, Battle Archives, Volume 1. Terry Bogard. This one I don't hear anybody really talk about. This is Neo Geo Battle Coliseum. It's got a few people from Fatal Fury and some more games, and some I don't even know where they came from. There are 2 just for this game characters. The girl with the blue cap on, she uses almost like Tetris blocks to attack you. Really don't make no sense. I really wish somebody would go and re-release this. Bloody Roar. I missed that. Where you transformed into animals and fought. Soundtrack to this is awesome. This is Ys, The Ark of Napishtim. Got lucky and got that one. Now, I really like this game. I played this one for a while. And this is King of the Fighters 2006. This was the first time I also saw a 3D King of the Fighters. I really, really like this one. Naruto Ultimate Ninja. I always will like the first generation of Naruto. I don't like Boruto, whatever his son name is. X-Men Next Dimension. Really like this one. Fighting game. Boruto, excuse me. This game right here. What a waste of my time. What a waste of my time. This is Unlimited Saga. I thought it was going to be interesting. But boy, was I wrong. It's just a very confusing game. I forget who did a video. It's here on YouTube. And it tells you how to actually play the game. But it's so confusing. The directions that you're taking. It's weird. It's almost like you're trying to do a roulette. And you have to do some kind of weird roulette thing. You have to press the button in time. It's too much of a hassle. Really. Got this at that indoor flea market. And this is Ghostbusters, the video game. Made sure to pick up X-Men Legends 2 Rise of Apocalypse. Soul Calibur 2. Tales of the Abyss. Let me see if it's in there. I don't think it is. Where is it? Yeah, here it is. Pardon me. What was this by? Ah, now I remember. Huh. I used to order these games online from a place called Game Express. I bought this one with the guide. This is Phantom Brave. They also have this on the Printies Volume 1 collection, I believe. Love my Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear XX. Now, I spend a lot of time with this game as well. Persona 4. I plan on playing Persona 4, what's called Golden. I want to play that one because they say there's so much more to do. You get that extra character. Really interesting. Love the soundtrack. And there's that one teacher. What was it? They called him King Moron. And he was talking about, oh, you're going to be as pure as the driven snow. Hilarious. Hilarious. You also got the soundtrack with this bonus disc. I played the crap out of that. Shaman King. I should have got Inuyasha instead of this, but I used to like that show. Whenever they showed that episode, I believe it was, Morty became a shaman just for a little while. And I thought that was pretty much the highlight of the entire series. Vic Mignogna was the voice of Yo. Magna Carta, Tears of Blood. Oh my goodness. The moment you put this disc in and the theme song begins to play, that theme song didn't make a lick of sense to me. I didn't like it. I didn't. It's an interesting game, but it's slow. And it just takes forever to really get into. There is a second one on the Xbox 360. I was very fortunate to get these, but I don't have the third game, and that is Xenosaga. I was lucky to get both games for under $100. And this is Xenosaga Episode 2. That, my friends, is that PS2 collection that I promised you. And I apologize for some of these games not having covers. Please forgive me. But if you see any games here, some are still affordable, some not so much. But if you see a game here that I've talked about or you're interested in, you know, see if you can find it. Some are still very much so cheap. I think I picked up some of these games from eBay for like under $10. Some are very expensive now, like the Xenosaga games, which I wish they'd go ahead and bring into a collection. But, you know, I don't know who owns what now. But it's, you know, I wish they'd do it. It's really, really good series. But you guys be safe out there. Later days.